Saturday.
I'm glad that he think he's confident. I like it. I like the confidence, but he's talking too much. You know, he gonna get exactly what
or 4-belt era, and you became the second undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only one champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means
all
the most?
And all of it.
Terence "Bud" Crawford and Jaron "Boots" Ennis just went face-to-face for the first time, and it got heated. What began as a calm sit-down turned into a verbal firefight that shook the boxing world. 2 champions, 2 generations, and for the first time, Crawford didn't smile. Boots called him the old guard scared to pass the torch. Crawford fired back. Cameras caught everything, and fans exploded online. This wasn't small talk. This was a warning shot from the man who owns the throne and the young lion trying to take it.
And I'm gonna get a lot of too, but honestly, there could be the way where you put Crawford over Mayweather. Because of going up, you didn't see Mayweather go up from 147 to 168. That's crazy, bro. And honestly, I thought Crawford was gonna have more of a hard time because he had a hard time with Madronov. So imagine going up to it. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, but I don't want to take nothing away from Mayweather. Mayweather's the greatest of all time. But I think that was a really big risk that Crawford took, and then he ended up winning. You know what I mean? So you have to give credit to that too. I mean, that's a big risk. That'd be like me going up and fighting Usyk right now, heavyweight.
I know that's been kind of hinted.
I'm not thinking of that right now. I'm not thinking of that right now. No, but that's kind of like how that'd be. You know what I mean? So you have to, bro. That's a lot of. He has a lot of balls to do that, and not only to go do that to show the world that he's really like that.
Sitting across from Crawford was Boots Young, undefeated and fearless. He wasn't there for respect tours or handshakes. He was there to say one thing: I'm not next. I'm now.
Now you got Boots Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. You know, he's got the it, you know, but we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested, so until then, you know, we just gonna keep saying, oh, Boots, 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 until he meet that fighter that's gonna test him.
Is that a fight that you would be interested in?
Nah, it just don't make sense right now in my career. Like I said, like, especially money-wise, don't nobody really know Boots, but
right.
I'm looking for bigger and better challenges like Canelo.
You're just looking for the big ones.
Yeah.
The big fish.
Yeah.
Fish fry.
That definitely. Them the guys I'm looking for, you know.
Boots has been calling Crawford's name for months. Not to disrespect him, but out of pure hunger. Crawford stayed cool at first, but when Boots looked him in the eye and said, beating Canelo is big, but I'm not them. I'm coming for your crown. The energy shifted. The look on Crawford's face, all focus. That Omaha glare. The same one he gave Spence. The same one he gave Canelo.
world class. What did he mean?
Yeah, he said world class fighter. Like if he's trying to say if you a world class fighter.
Sign a contract. Exactly, sign a contract. If he wanted to fight, he would have stayed at 47. He obviously said he said he wanted to move up and accomplish, be undisputed at 54 or something like that. So yeah, he definitely did say that too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We ain't worrying about right now. We ain't worrying about Crawford. We gonna clean 147 now, and then we gonna move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
And make no mistake, Crawford isn't fading. He's on top of the world. He dismantled Errol Spence Jr. He destroyed Israel Madrimov. Then he embarrassed Canelo Alvarez to weight classes up. He's the first man in history to go undisputed in 3 different divisions. 40-0, 31 knockouts.
That's the fight that everybody want to see.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Do you respect him as like when he's like, I got a couple fights left, I'm at the end, I'm only trying to get mega fights, so...
I understand it, but don't lie or kept to the net and make it seem like I had the opportunity to fight you and I didn't. I never did.
Yeah.
And then that one time that I did, we said, they called, and we said, we never heard nothing else back about it. So
right.
I mean, I respect it though. I mean, get your money, do your thing, but don't be capping on it.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford. We've just got to go out and get the fights to show how great he is.
This isn't hype. This is legacy. But Boots isn't just hype either. At only 27, he's 30-0 with 30 knockouts. He's being groomed as the next pound-for-pound king, not in 5 years, not in 3, but right now. Eddie Hearn even said it. Boots is the pound-for-pound #1 in waiting. Give it 12 months. Philly aggression. Fast, flashy, fearless.
Just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his prime.
That's a good fight. That's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Probably at middleweight or something. That's like a vacant belt. That's definitely up there. That's definitely a big fight. Probably Shakur and Tank too, maybe. That's like right on scene. But yeah, that's that. You might not be lying. That might be the biggest fight.
And I don't mean it disrespectfully when I say they just don't beat Jaron Ennis. In fact, that style is absolutely tailor-made for Boots. Just to make it clear on Virgil Ortiz. We sat in a room, me, Oscar De La Hoya, Eric Gomez, and the top DAZN execs in America. We talked about how a deal would work with those two fighters, and we agreed on a deal. We went away, we signed a new deal with Boots. Part of that deal, within the contract, was the deal that we agreed with Golden Boy and DAZN to fight Virgil Ortiz. Boots signed it. Now, we didn't hear anything back. We told them we're going to fight in October. They said they're going to fight in November, and we haven't heard anything back. On Tuesday, Eric Gomez called me and he said, look, I just wanted to let you know we're fighting Lubin. After that, we want to get the Boots fight made. I said, well, we're in. I don't, so I take their word for it, and I truly believe Oscar De La Hoya wants to make great fights. But that fight is done on our side, on all the terms that we agreed with Golden Boy. That fight for me, although it doesn't carry an official world championship, which is what we want at 54, is one of the best fights in boxing.
He cleaned out 147, dominated at 154, and people are already whispering about middleweight. Sound familiar? It should. It's the Crawford blueprint. That's what made this face-off so compelling. There was no cheap trash talk. It was respect. Boots told him, I'm walking the same path you did, Bud, Spence, Madrimov, Lima. You climbed weight classes to get to Canelo. I'm climbing them to get to you. Even Danny Garcia admitted, stylistically, it's a dream matchup. Boots is hungry, and hunger is the only risk for Crawford.
Canelo can't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I feel like Bud damn near basically went every round, so
yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. Let's say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxer?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. Mm-hmm. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it can never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time for sure.
Man, great. Bud always been like that. Without a question, solid. You know what I'm saying? Solid.
You think there's anything left for him, coach, or is it time for Bud to move on? Or
I'm trying to figure out who he gonna fight next.
160, you can see him fight going
I wouldn't do nothing crazy. He looked at excellent. He looked at excellent.
Is there anybody most from
No, I'm trying to figure out what their team gonna do next. I want to see what's
He's
next.
talking about 160, coach. I mean, the only thing down there is maybe like a middleweight tournament, 2 fights undisputed, something like that. But if not that, then what for Bud?
Ooh!
Well, they were talking about Jaron Ennis going to 160, possibly going. Jaron Ennis going to 160.
If he go to 160, then we got another mega fight.
You think that's a mega fight?
I don't know that yet, but I'm saying, and the boxing fans that know boxing would say that's another mega fight.
And, obviously we're here in Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford. And obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is on fighter, Terence is on fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years, and he's the truth.
And last one for me, I'll let you go. Obviously, everyone's talking about a potential fight, you and Teofimo. Is there any updates to that? I mean, is that something that you are looking towards?
Yeah, that's the fight I want. So, ain't no updates. I don't speak business until the deal is done. So, nothing to talk about.
And you could see it in Bud's eyes. That flicker. That familiar stare. He's been here before. He's heard too young, too big, too fast before. And every time, he's broken the myth. Eddie Hearn is all in on Boots. He believes by 2026, Ennis will surpass Crawford, Usyk, and in 08 to become the pound-for-pound king. And with his raw speed, timing, and power, it doesn't sound crazy. But Crawford's camp isn't buying it. Head trainer Brian Bomac McIntyre already said, Bud's not going down to 150 for anyone. If they want him, they climb up. So the ball's in Boots' court. Can he climb to more divisions like Crawford did? Can he make enough noise to force Bud's hand the same way Bud once forced Canelo's? Because remember, Canelo once laughed off the idea of fighting Crawford, said he was too small. A year later, he was staring up from the canvas, watching history unfold. Now, it's Boots writing the same script in reverse.